Hi everyone, welcome to norming. We will first look at the challenges that cause procurement inefficiency, then how Norming Resource Manager can help to address these challenges. Manual and paper-based procurement processes face significant challenges due to slow approvals and manual data entry, high error rates leading to incorrect orders or payments, and poor transparency that complicates tracking and accountability. All these inefficiencies increase operational costs, delay procurement cycles, and raise compliance risks. Norming provides automated web and mobile applications that allows users to submit and approve purchase requests anytime and anywhere, streamlining workflows and eliminating delays. With built-in audit trails, every action is recorded for accountability and compliance, enhancing transparency across the procurement process. Standardization is key to ensuring smooth procurement. Without a unified process, procurement activities such as requisition approval, vendor selection, and order processing become disjointed and time-consuming. This lack of consistency contributes to confusion, duplicated efforts, and frequent bottlenecks, ultimately slowing down procurement cycles and reducing overall operational efficiency. When teams follow different methods for sourcing, documentation, and approvals, it becomes difficult to enforce regulatory requirements and internal policies consistently and increases the risk of compliance violations by creating fragmented procedures and unclear responsibilities. This inconsistency not only creates compliance gaps but also adds a higher administrative burden, as more time and resources are required to track, audit, and correct errors. Procurement activities are carried out without uniform guidelines. The same items may be bought at different prices by various departments, and purchase data may be recorded inaccurately or in incompatible formats. This inconsistency makes it hard to compare costs, can result in reduced bargaining power with suppliers, and challenges in enforcing procurement policies. Norming Resource Manager offers a configurable workflow engine and predefined purchase templates that enforce consistent procurement practices across the organization. These tools allow organizations to design and implement standardized approval paths, automate key steps, and ensure all users follow the same purchase procedures. By embedding procurement policies into the system, the applications will help you to reduce variability, enhance compliance, and improve overall efficiency. Organizations struggle to identify delays, monitor compliance, or track spending effectively without clear visibility into each purchase step. This opacity brings about inefficiencies, unauthorized purchases, and missed opportunities for optimization. The blind spots in the purchasing process prevent stakeholders from having a real-time view of activities and bottlenecks. The lack of visibility causes inefficiencies, conflicts of interest, and even fraudulent practices, as there is no clear mechanism to assign responsibility for poor outcomes or wasted resources. Without accessible, real-time data on procurement activities, it becomes nearly impossible to determine who authorized specific expenditures or why certain suppliers were favored over others. Non-transparent procurement enables fraud to thrive undetected, as critical transactions occur due to lack of proper visibility or oversight. Without open quotation records, bid rigging and ghost vendors escape scrutiny, draining your organization funds. Norming Resource Manager web portal offers end-to-end visibility with real-time tracking of requests, quotations, and orders. Automated notifications keep stakeholders updated at each stage, ensuring transparency, efficiency, and accountability in procurement workflows. I will show you the full purchasing process in a live demo with Resource Manager. You will learn how the system streamlines procurement, eliminates manual steps, and ensures real-time data synchronization with Sage 300. The workflow is customizable based on your purchase policy. In this demo, you will see how the requester creates and submits a purchase request. Once submitted, the supervisor and other approvers will receive email notifications. They can review the request and either approve or reject it with detailed comments. After the supervisor approves the request, procurement users can retrieve quotations from the online system and decide on the preferred vendors based on a comparison. In the following step, the application automatically maps GL codes to the relevant purchase items. The finance user reviews the budgets to ensure alignment with financial policies. At the final stage, senior management, such as GMs or managing directors, can use the mobile app to quickly approve the requests, even while traveling or away from the office. Norming Resource Manager is web and mobile-based application. User can access the web portal with any browser. They can log in the portal using their employee ID or company email address. I am now logged in as a requester. The application provides not only the purchase request feature, user can also submit their expenses, timesheets, sales quotation, and etc. In this video today, we will be only looking at the purchase request. Click Procure-to-Pay and Purchase Requisition. On the left hand of the screen, you will notice user can easily track the purchase request in draft, awaiting approval, approved or rejected status. Click New for a new purchase request. The application supports project and job costing related purchase request. You can specify the contract, project information in purchase details. Items can be broken down into different item catalog, like services, IT equipment. The item catalog can be assigned to users based on their job position. This can help to prevent user to submit for unauthorized items. You can also have a general item catalog to include all you items and call it like regular items. Specify an expiration date. If you manually convert a purchase request to a purchase order, you must create any purchase orders you need from the requisition before this date. Enter any comment like the purposes of this requisition. I need equipment for the new office. Choose an item in the details. You can key in the item code or item description to search for the item you want. You don't have to use very detailed item description for every item. You can have a generic item description and change it on your purchase requisition with a more specific description. In this example, you can change IT equipment to a server. If you find more information on the internet, maybe a web store, about this item, you can also copy the URL link to the purchase requisition, so the next approvers can click into the link to view the details. With more details available, it helps to reduce the miscommunication which can cause the procurement team does not purchase the exact item you want. Sage 300 optional fields is also available on the both purchase requisition header and details for more comments or analysis purposes. Extra comments and instructions can be entered in details for each of your item and they can be viewed by the procurement team. If you have any supporting documents, such as PDF, images, spreadsheet, you can attach them by items. Select the document from your computer, and the application will upload the document to the server, so they can be accessed by all other users in the web portal as necessary. The document can be opened through the browser after clicking on the file name. You can add as many items as you need in one purchase requisition. Sage 300 purchase order is required for this application. Items created in your PO or inventory module can be picked by the web portal users. If you don't want to pre-create the items in your Sage 300, it also supports non-inventory items which allows user to key in the items that not exist in your system. If you see the item shown with a green circle ahead, that means you have a contract vendor for this items, and the item can be bought at a contract price. Requester can specify the department, region, or other user-defined dimension for budgeting purposes. The program will help user to check for any missing information. You can also set custom validation rules to ensure all required information has been filled before submission. This helps for a more efficient procurement process without spending time back and forth for invalid information. After the purchase request been submitted, user can click into the approval trail to check the latest approval information. It shows the approver name, approval date, time, and also a big picture to let you know where the request is now in the full process. This brings more transparency to the procurement with complete audit data. Once request been submitted, supervisor will receive an email notification immediately. He or she can click into the URL to quickly access the request for approval. It can also be set to be sent on a daily basis with all pending requests in one single notification. The approver just need to log in the portal to check all requests awaiting their approval. Go to Management Tools. To Approve List, approvers will be able to see all purchase requests. User can click into the purchase request for details or bulk approve for multiple requests. Supervisor can view all the information provided from the requester, like the purposes of the purchase request, what items are required. What's more, if you set up department-wise budget or budget in other dimension, user can also get the budget figures directly from the web portal. It's a very help feature that give the approver real-time spending control capability. In case the approver needs comment from another person in the organization, the purchase request can also be transferred to another user even he or she was not originally included in the workflow. Error or warning message will be displayed if budget's been exceeded. Approver can choose to approve or reject it with reasonable comments. The comments will also be recorded as audit information in the system. Click on Approved. The application offers inquiry capability. Approvers can easily review all previously approved purchase requests at any time, whenever needed. From the approval trail, we can see that the procurement team will handle the next step. With Norming Resource Manager, approvals are centralized. Any team member assigned as an approver can take action on the request. At this stage, the procurement team reviews purchase requests from all departments, collects quotations from suppliers, and selects the preferred one. Here is a highly flexible tool that helps procurement users work more efficiently. They can break down purchase requests into user-defined groups, for example, a group for urgent requests. Users can also create more groups based on their specific needs, such as requests over a certain amount or with a particular status. Click into the purchase request. Procurement users can view item details through multiple ways, helping them clearly understand what's needed. Product information is just a click away, thanks to embedded links within the purchase request. They can also view attachments uploaded by the requesters. And see more comments and instructions added to the requests. The application enables procurement users to send quotation requests directly to multiple suppliers through an online platform. It streamlines the quotation process by automating supplier invitations, tracking responses in real time, and consolidating quotations for easy comparison. This helps procurement teams make faster, more informed decisions while reducing manual follow-ups and errors. By selecting suppliers and click Add Quote button, user can also manually enter or import the quotation to the request. To start an online request for quotation, click the Request for Quote button. From the top left, you can choose which items to include in the supplier quotation request. Product specs and other attachments can be included with the quotation request for supplier reference. Depending on the purchase amount, you can select one or multiple suppliers for comparison. The system also allows you to configure validation rules. For instance, one supplier is enough for purchases under 1,000, while 3 suppliers are required for purchases over 1,000. You can set a quote expiration date, which tells suppliers the deadline for submission. Once the date passes, they won't be able to submit any quotations. After selecting one or more suppliers, simply click Send. The system will email the RFQ to each selected supplier. Suppliers instantly receive an email from Norming Resource Manager, which includes a link they can click to submit their quotation online. The RFQ form displays supporting documents, the required items and their descriptions, helping suppliers understand exactly what's needed. Vendor item numbers can also be managed in Sage 300 for each supplier, allowing suppliers to identify items using their own internal item codes. On the form, suppliers can enter lead times, prices, and add comments for each item. They can also attach documents, like product brochures or images, which your procurement team can easily view from the web portal. After a quote is submitted, suppliers are unable to modify any information unless the procurement user issues a new RFQ link. The entire process is fully automated. Once a quote is submitted, it's automatically uploaded to the web portal, allowing users to access pricing and related information right away. Let's go ahead and refresh the page. You'll see the quotes are now coming into the web portal. The procurement team can quickly compare prices and extra quote details from different suppliers. This enables easy side-by-side comparison of costs, lead times, and other key factors, reducing manual effort. The automation can further speed up the process by analyzing responses and ranking suppliers. Once a decision is made, the user can just click the star button to mark the preferred vendor. The vendor and cost can be automatically applied to the purchase details. You can also set permissions to prevent users from entering prices manually. This ensures the cost comes directly from the quote, improving accuracy and helping maintain a clear audit trail. Click on Approve and drop in a quick comment. Let's see from the approval trail who will be the next to take over. From here, the finance team jumps in to take care of the financial tasks. Before we move on, I want to show you a really handy tool, the Manager Console. It gives you a company-wide view of all purchase requests, even the ones you didn't personally approve. You can easily track the status of each request, check who's involved, and spot any delays. It's super helpful to stay on top of everything and make faster, more informed decisions. You can also set up your own inquiry filters. For example, I can see all the IT department purchase requests, including the ones approved by my teammates and even the drafts that haven't been submitted yet. This is Kevin, one of our IT guys. Once you create the filter, you'll only see requests from IT users. You can set up multiple filters for different needs, making it quick and easy to find what you're looking for. Now it's finance's turn. At this step, they'll assign the GL codes to each item and make sure everything fits within the budget before moving forward. Let's dive into a purchase request and see how the application can help make things more efficient. Let's check out the GL codes first. Surprisingly, all the GL codes are now auto-mapped. Users don't have to remember or enter them manually. Everything gets matched based on preset rules. This helps cut down on human errors. Of course, if you need to, you can always tweak the GL codes anytime by just typing in the code or description. For even more automation, if you change the department code or other dimension fields, the system will automatically update the GL segment with the right code. For example, when you change the department from IT to finance, the segment code updates automatically. It changes from 200 to 100 just like that. On budgeting side, with Resource Manager, finance doesn't have to log in to Sage 300 and dig out budget numbers anymore. No more checking things line by line. The system does all that in real time. Like, if someone's ordering any new items, it'll automatically check if there's enough budget in IT. If there isn't, it pops up a warning right away, so you don't waste time. Super handy and saves everyone from making mistakes. After the budget check, it's time for higher management to step in and make the final call. But don't worry, they don't have to look at every single request. You can set up condition-based workflows, so for example, they'll only get involved if the total amount is over 1,000. That way, smaller day-to-day requests can keep moving without delays, and managers only step in when it really matters. It keeps the whole process smooth and saves everyone valuable time. For higher management or anyone always on the move, there's a mobile app. They can check and approve requests anytime, anywhere, and push notifications make sure nothing slips through the cracks. Imagine getting a quick alert on your phone and approving a request before you even walk into a meeting. Pretty handy. Let's take a quick look at how it works in the app. The app is available on both Android and Apple devices, smartphones and tablets. You can download it from Google Play or the Apple App Store. Once you open the app and log in, you'll see it's really user-friendly and it has all the features from the web portal, but designed to work great on your mobile device. When you check out a purchase request, you'll get a clear snapshot with the summary description and the total amount. If you want to see more, just tap into the request. You'll find extra details like vendor info, required date, reference number, and more. You can also view the item level details, like when each item is expected to arrive, any notes or comments, plus attachments and the related quote. Everything's right there. You can see more key information on the app, check budgets, track the approval trail with previous comments, and take action wherever you are. The mobile app really makes things easy. It's perfect for managers who travel a lot or just want to get things done quickly without logging into a computer. Super convenient and keeps everything moving smoothly. Now we're at the final step. The request has been fully approved. Next, let's take a look at how tightly it integrates with Sage 300. In Sage 300, all approved purchase requests show up right in the Resource Manager's purchase requisition list. There's no extra step to sync the data. Everything approved gets automatically generated into Sage 300 without any manual processes. If you click into the request, you'll find all the items listed with details like cost, vendor, GL account, and even any optional fields. You can also check out the approval history and any attachments, and you can view those attachments right inside Sage 300 too. Simply click Post and the PO will be emailed to the vendor as a PDF attachment. You can also send a copy to anyone in your organization for internal review. Plus, the PO form can be customized with your company logo and include any additional information you need. At the same time, the requisition gets automatically turned into a PO in Sage 300. If there's more than one supplier in the request, it'll create multiple POs. You can just click on the PO number to jump straight into the purchase order module. There's also an auto-posting option, so once a purchase request is fully approved, it gets posted automatically, no need to do it manually. You've seen how easy it is to create, review, approve, and track requests with Norming Resource Manager, all smoothly integrated with Sage 300 to save time and improve overall procurement efficiency.
The demo we watched just now shows the full process flow of purchase requisition, from initiating a purchase request, following the approval workflow until the PO generated in Sage 300. Purchase requisition module is only part of Norming's Procure-to-Pay solution. The whole Norming's Procure-to-Pay solution covers the entire procurement process from raising purchase requisition, asking vendor for quotation, issuing PO to vendor until receiving goods and service, receiving invoice from vendor, and then making payment to the vendor. Procure-to-Pay also covers non-PO purchasing through AP invoice request. The Procure-to-Pay aims to improve the efficiency, reduce costs, enhance compliance, and provide better visibility into the procurement lifecycle. As per what we have shown in the demo, Procure-to-Pay solution use web and mobile-based interface for requisition entry and approval process. Procure-to-Pay provides a powerful workflow engine for users to design an effective approval workflow that aligns with the company's operational needs. The workflow engine can cover every scenario, no matter how complex your approval workflow is. That workflow can be as simple as only one level of approval. It can also be a workflow with multiple levels of approvals. It can even be a very complex approval workflow. A workflow engine comes with a visual workflow builder, ensures that even a complicated sequence of actions are manageable. User sees the entire process. Making adjustment of the workflow can be completed easily. User can configure different email templates for different workflow activities. Automated email reminders can be set up to send notifications to approver, reducing delays and streamline the process. Software provides an option to allow users to send PO directly to vendor with PO form attached when a PO requisition is approved and posted to 6300. The workflow supports delegation, transfer, and endorsement. Approval trail keeps a record of each approval process. The approval trail can be viewed in both Web UI and 6300 application. Procure-to-Pay allows users to attach documents during the requisition entry and approval process. Documents can be attached at the header or detail level of requisition form. This feature ensures that all critical documents are organized and easily accessible, providing better document control and collaboration. Attachment can also be viewed at 6300 application. The attachment file type supports PDF, image, Excel, Word, PPT, email, and many different types of documents. Resource Manager has a seamless integration with 6300. All the approved requisition documents flow directly into the related 6300 core modules. Procure-to-Pay integrates with 6300's Purchase Order module. It provides workflow for purchase requisition, purchase order, PO receipt, and PO invoice. Procure-to-Pay integrates with Inventory module. Procure-to-Pay can also be used by user who does not have Inventory module. It works with PO items and non-stock items. Procure-to-Pay integrates with Project and Job Costing module. User can specify whether the requisition is for project-related purchase or not. Procure-to-Pay integrates with the AP module. It includes vendor details, vendor contract pricing, all types of AP payments, and payment terms that the vendor may have. Procure-to-Pay fully integrates with 6300's Common Service module, including tax service, tax calculations, and full support of multi-currency. Procure-to-Pay integrates with Geo module as well. We have demonstrated the purchase requisition process flow. Let's continue to have a look of the process flow of PO receipt requisition, PO invoice requisition, and AP payment requisition. When receiving goods, requester log into web portal to start PO receipt requisition. For demo purpose, this receipt requisition use one level approval workflow to illustrate. Create the PO receipt requisition, click new to start a new requisition, select the requisition type, select vendor for the goods received, select the PO for the goods received also. Okay, then the detail will be populated here. If all goods are received, you can click receive all, otherwise you can adjust this quantity accordingly. System is also can be configured to have over receipt checking in PO receipt requisition by check the quantity and the cost. And you can drill down to the PO requisition form to get the detailed requisition information about this PO. Once you are ready, you can click submit. Manager receive the notification email, log into web portal, go to approve this to validate this information in the requisition document. For example, if here he think the DO document need to be attached here, so he may reject this requisition. Okay, for this demo purpose, we just approve this one, approve. Depends on the company policy. It may be the finance team validate the requisition from the back end. So go to the receipt requisition to get requisition list. You'll see this the requisition pending for the to be post is already approved but pending for post. Open this requisition. You can see the view the details information here. You can check the attachment approval trail, optional field setting, additional costs, and all of the things. If you can also drill down to the PO. If information is correct, then you can post this information to the PO. After post, you can also drill down to PO receipt entry from this icon. When PO invoice is received, the requester create a PO invoice requisition to start the invoice requisition. Select the requisition type, key in the invoice number, let's say PM0010, set the vendor. If there are multiple receipts, select from multiple receipts. Otherwise, select the corresponding receipt numbers. The detail will be populated here. From the receipt number, you can drill down to the receipt requisition document, and from receipt requisition document, you can drill down to the PO requisition document. Okay, if there's any additional cost, you can add here. You can attach supporting documents from here. Three-way PO matching ensures the invoice is matched to the corresponding PO and receipt document for quantity and amount. For example, we can set to give alert when the total cost exceeds 3%. For example, here we set to 40. Then we submit. It will give an alert. Let's say the total invoice amount exceeds the received amount by 5%. So if you accept, you can continue. Otherwise, cancel and go and do the correction. So for this case, we set back and submit. Similar as the previous two requisition process flow, the manager log in to check and approve the document. In RM backend, open the PO invoice requisition list. Select this, the one we just processed. Similarly, we can verify the attachment approval trail and all the information from here. If no problem, then we can post to the 6300 PO module. If there's something wrong, you can reject from here, even though it is already approved from the front end. So now let's post it. Again, we can drill to the PO module from here. By now, we have completed PO purchase from the purchase requisition, PO receipt requisition, and PO invoice requisition. Now let's move on to payment process requisition. Requester log in to the web portal. Create the AP payment requisition, click new. Select the requisition type. AP payment requisition supports miscellaneous payment, non-payment, prepayment. So select the type, set the bank and payment date, select the vendor. All the unprocessed invoices are shown under the payment detail tabs. Software provides three options. There's a document type, order by, and starting document number to filter the invoice to be displayed here for user to easily select the invoice to be processed. For example, here we want to show the document starting from P, so we select from here. So if it will show only from P onward. So let's look at on this invoice. This is the one we just now processed. So from here, you can see it's in blue form. You can drill down back to the previous PO invoice requisition document. Same as the PO document, you can drill down to the PO requisition document. AP payment requisition supports payment term defined for the vendor. For example, this invoice is split to 3 because this vendor has 90 days multiple payment term. So we can let's say now we choose this one to be processed. Then you can add the attachment from here, and you can check verify the date, the rate for the currency. So if nothing wrong, then you can click submit to get the approval. Software provides bulk pay function to let user quickly generate the payment requisition for multiple vendors. Okay, for example, you can select the requisition type, select the selection code, then payment bank, next, and choose all the document due on which date. Then set the options. Okay, goes next. So you see it will generate all the payment requisitions. So if you don't want all those things, you can, let's say we want to choose for, let's say for these two vendors, others we don't want, so we can keep this and then generate. So two payment requisition generate. Okay, so you can view this, and if you okay, then click submit. Okay, you can view and click. Of course, just now in the bulk pay, you also have generate and submit. So if you are confident, you just click generate and submit for the approval. So now let's say we generate and submit for the approval for these two. Okay, so now we have total 3 is waiting for the approval. Okay, so the approval login. So you'll see all the 3 payment requisitions and the total sum of all the selected payment. Let's say all these 3 you want to select. You can see all the payment is here. Okay, so if you okay, you can just approve. Otherwise, you can verify and decide whether to approve or reject. That's for this demo. We say okay, but please go ahead. Okay, that's done. So these are the approved document, the payments. At the RM backend, the financing team can have one more step of checking. Open the requisition list and you can validate the documents. If the document okay, then you can post. Otherwise, you can still reject even though it's approved from the front-end web portal. By now, we have demonstrated the whole procurement process through PO purchasing. Non-PO purchasing is covered through AP invoice request. AP invoice information can be entered manually through web portal. However, Norming also provides AP automation module to eliminate the manual input process so as to improve accuracy and efficiency. Let's have a look of how Norming's AP automation works.
Norming Resource Manager brings to help you digitize and streamline your AP process. OCR Invoice. With AI-powered OCR, it extracts key details from your invoice files, and the machine learning technology will keep improving accuracy over time. So the more you use it, the smarter it gets. This eliminates manual data entry, reduces errors, and saves your AP team hours of work. Smart approval workflows. Invoices are routed automatically based on predefined rules, by amount, department, or project. It speeds up approvals and helps you avoid missed deadlines. Centralized invoice repository. All invoices are stored in a single, secure location, fully searchable and accessible anytime. No more digging through email chains or folders, everything you need is just a few clicks away. With Norming AP automation, you only need 3 simple steps to get your invoices generated in your ERP system. First, upload the invoice or send it by email to start the OCR process. OCR automatically extracts invoice details. User just needs to review and confirm the captured data. Once verified, the invoice is routed for approval, and the original PDF is automatically attached. After approval, the invoice is automatically generated in Sage 300, no manual entry needed. Let's jump into a quick live demo and see how it works. You can email the invoices, or have the supplier email them to a designated address for OCR processing. The OCR system can be set up to accept invoices only from authorized email addresses. Let's attach 3 PDFs to the email. Invoice files like PDF or images to be recognized can be directly dragged and dropped into the email. A few minutes after you sent the email, you can just log into the Norming web portal and find the invoices. You'll see all the 3 new invoice files here, and surprisingly, the invoice data such as invoice number, invoice date has already been pulled out from the PDFs automatically. You can also upload invoices from your local or network folders right within the web portal. Go to AP Invoice and click Upload. You can pick multiple invoices at once for OCR processing. Click OK to start the recognition. The PDF files are now being processed. Pretty soon, the OCR will grab all the invoice info and fill it in automatically. If there's a warning or error, you can click into the invoice to see what's going on. This feature helps you identify duplicate invoices, and the application includes additional validations to avoid mistakes. After the OCR populates the invoice data, the user can click the Verify button to review the invoice details. OCR can recognize the supplier's name and automatically match it to the supplier in Sage 300. If it can't find a match, no worries, you can easily update the supplier details right there in the web portal. Since the OCR service is fully integrated with Sage 300, you can see all supplier names and GL accounts from Sage 300 in the web portal. Click Details. The OCR technology is capable of accurately recognizing and populating all invoice details, including item descriptions, quantities. GL accounts can be predefined in Sage 300 and automatically populated. If needed, users can easily review and edit these accounts. If users want to add more description or modify anything, they can select a specific area on the PDF, and the text from that area will be automatically captured and updated in the corresponding invoice fields. Once everything's verified, the user just clicks Confirm to send the invoice into the approval process. As you can see, thanks to automation, there's no need to enter data manually, saving your AP team valuable time and helping avoid mistakes. Once the information on PDF been verified, invoice requisition can be generated for approval purposes with all the header and line item details in place. The PDF gets auto-attached to the requisition, so it's ready for any future audits. It also comes with a GL budget check feature that compares invoice amounts against predefined budgets in Sage 300. If the invoice exceeds the budget, the approval workflow can flag it for additional review, helping you control spending and avoid unexpected overruns. You can get the real-time approval status after submit. The customizable workflow engine lets you set up rule-based routing. For example, if you have one GL segment for the department, the invoice lines can go straight to corresponding department's manager based on the GL segment codes. Approvers get email notifications. They can approve invoices from the web portal. And if you don't need approvals, the invoice can just be automatically created in Sage 300. As soon as the invoice is approved, it's immediately available in Sage 300 along with approval audit details. You can also download or view attachments like the PDF inside Sage 300. Invoices are generated in accounts payable upon the posting of the invoice requisition. We hope the AP automation solution brings you faster invoice processing, cost savings, fewer errors, and better compliance.